Let's try another example of completing the square. Now remember, the first thing we want to do is we want to get our x's on one side and our number on the other. And remember, we want to leave that little bit of space right here so we can add that b over 2 squared. So I'm going to take b over 2, so we have 18 over 2, and I'm going to square it, so I have 9 squared, which is 81. And remember, both the 9 and the 81 come into play here. So I'm going to add 81 to both sides here. Remember, you got to add the same thing to both sides. It's an equation. You got to keep it equal. Just like if you have two siblings and, one of them gets a king-size Twix bar, the other one's going to want a king-size Twix bar or some other comparable candy, which nothing's comparable because Twix is the best. And the other one's going to want one as well. So you got to give them both the same thing. All right. So now on the left-hand side, I'm going to go ahead and factor that, and I'll combine like terms on the right. We'll combine some steps here. So 40 plus 81 is going to give me 121. And then on the left-hand side, when I factor this bad boy, I'm going to have x plus, and remember we can use this 9 right here to help us factor it. It's always going to be that way. So I get x plus 9 squared equals 121. Woo! We're doing well so far. So I've got it in that form where I have a quantity squared equals a number. Well, this makes it a lot easier because now I can just go ahead and square root both sides. I get x plus 9, and that equals, don't forget your plus or minus, well, the square root of 121 is 11. Yeah! I don't have a radical this time. It's a perfect square. That's awesome. So now I get x equals, I'm going to subtract 9 from both sides, so I get negative 9 plus or minus 11. When you have integers like this that we can combine together, we're going to do both of them. So we're going to have negative 9 plus 11 and negative 9 minus 11. So negative 9 plus 11 is 2. Negative 9 minus 11 is negative 20. That means that x equals 2 or negative 20. Those are my two answers. Now I don't need to give an approximate and exact because this is exactly what it is. It's 2, it's negative 20. There's going to be no rounding involved here, so I can just leave this one as is. It's a nice bonus there where we only have to do the two answers rather than two approximate and two exact.